Hi, Collective. How you doing? Welcome to the ninth inning. We just stepped into the ninth inning. And why I call it the ninth inning? I call it the ninth inning because I'm quite sure, just like you, I have been through a lot of things, and it came to a point to where it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, shoot. I don't know, whatever you think of when you think of the ninth inning. That's how I feel. I feel like put your all in. You get what I'm saying? It's like a time of where this is it. Kind of like a Michael Jackson thing. This is it. You know what I'm saying? And if we, me, you, is we going to do something about what's going on, the time is now, right? So our intuitive messages, our downloads, our uploads, epiphanies and all that type of stuff, at some point, they got to be all together. You got to come together. We got to come together and use our gifts as a way of uniting and not a way of separation or thinking that we are better than someone, or thinking that our gifts is to use against each other, okay? I once thought to myself, like, there's nothing wrong with you in the way that you treat people as far as, no, it is the way you treat. It is something wrong with how we treat people. It's like a energy of what we do to protect ourselves, or the mindsets that we accumulate from things that we go through. And we learn how to use a defense. We learn how to manipulate. We learn how to lie. We learn how to just do deceiving things to each other. And except but the lie part, I feel like our defense mechanisms are how we guard ourselves. And because of the things that we've been through, create us to be narcissists. And a narcissist, to me, ain't nothing but, I've heard and internalized the meaning of that, is just someone who has been hurt, someone who has went through some things that was they were unguarded, and so they create a persona or create some type of mask that they just use with everybody now. Kind of like the heart is in 4 squares, like with the murmurs, and it's just a part of the heart that has been cut off. It's numb. It's not registering with everything. It's protected. It's blocked. It could be 2 parts of the heart. It could be 3. It could be, I don't know. But there's nothing wrong with the ability we have to, whatever it is in our defense mechanism, to protect ourselves. But the problem is that we have the wrong enemy. Okay? We have the wrong enemy. We're directing this stuff to people that, we shouldn't be using it against our gifts, whether we have negative and positive gifts. That's just how it is, okay? So all this, clairvoyance and telepathy and all these abilities that we have, there can be positive and negative of it. And so it's nothing wrong with us having these abilities, but it's not knowing how to use them and knowing who to use them at. You get what I'm saying? So while we are down here or around here and in here using our gifts and negative gifts and against one another, there's a bigger inner me, that we need to conquer. And here, y'all know that I deal with the enemy that's inside. So if we are fighting against one another, we are fighting against one another. It's like us having to understand that it's basically, I don't know if it's practice. It could be. Okay, because we have to all lean to a greater understanding of the little things that we think we understand, right? We have to bring it up to a level as understanding why things are happening, because they're happening for us and not against us. But it's hard to think that way once you're going through it, and I know. But it's for a reason. If you have an inner me that you projected out of you that is now coming at you, that's the reason. Because whatever part in you or whatever connected you or draw this person in with these qualities and this mask on, then after you have went through something with them, of course, you should learn the lesson, and you should be able to protect yourself against that energy, and therefore like conquer that so it doesn't draw in anymore. And so we have to learn that, you know, even if we are being attacked, or we spiritually or physically or whatever it may be, some of us are just practicing. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are either you on this end of it or this end of it. It's a ability that we have that we are learning to use in a greater scope. Everything happens for a reason. We're all interconnected. So if you have been someone who has been attacked, you have been someone who has been mistreated or whatever it may be, there is a possibility that the person that was doing it to you is practicing. I don't know why I'm telling y'all this, but I don't know. I can't really say. I'm still trying to understand what my guy's trying to sell me about that, because nobody likes to feel good if somebody attacks them in any kind of way, physical or mental. But it comes to a point to where you get over it, and then you get an understanding towards your enemy. You get what I'm saying? Of the whole scope of what happened or what's going on. And it serves a purpose to help you to either heal from it, that part of you, either create some kind of defense, boundaries in your life, okay? Your intuition, when that energy comes in, your intuition starts to come online or whatever and start tell you stuff, so you don't get into that no more. When it comes to the enemy, they learn through your protection that they can't do everybody like that. They learn that, you know, that what they do comes back on them, goes around, comes around. And a lot of other things, you know. So we have to keep in mind that, no, we didn't sign up for a lot of negativity thrown at us, or even if it's us thinking or believing, it's a belief system. It is a program. It is a lot of things that we learn throughout time. Just because someone is a narcissist when they're in their 20s or 30s doesn't mean they necessarily will be one. They actually can learn their lessons, just like you and me. We can learn not to be there. So to label someone because of something that they did is not in alignment with God. Why? It's because God looks at us in a whole totality of negative and positive. And the thing is that we're learning, people are learning lessons on this side, people are learning lessons on that side, whether you're the enemy or the one who's being attacked or whatever it may be. We have to all really understand that it's all thriving from inside of us. These are all unhealed energies that we came into this world with to fix. So in a bigger scheme of things, this is what's supposed to go on. So if you are someone, like I said, has been attacked, offended, molested or anything like that in life, remember it is the flesh that needs reparations. What is that? What called reparations? It is the flesh that needs healing. It is the flesh that needs I don't know if the soul is connected to the flesh. So we come down here to planet Earth, and we as spirits, and we encase in a body that with its chemical makeups, and it's much deeper than what we even know, that it is made up of the karma. It is made up of the lessons and the trials that we need to overcome. And so it is the spirit separate from those things that understands why this energy has to purge through this life and go through things that, we didn't sign up for. So if we didn't know that in our bodies, in our flesh, which is connected to generational programming, pain, hurt, all of the things that in a past life that we did not heal, and we sign these contracts to intermingle with people so that we can draw out these negative energies. When you separate it as spirit, you don't understand, or you don't know. We're not supposed to know as far as what's going to happen. Like tomorrow, you don't know that you're going to get the R word. Tomorrow, you don't know that you're going to get this. But you're or offended or attacked or whatever it may be. But that shows you honestly where you are today. If you're drawing that energy in today, you're drawing it in tomorrow, that's it's a reflection of where you are at this present moment. And that we should learn to check ourselves, because only person we can control is ourselves. So we can't necessarily fix someone. They can learn a lesson just like we do, but honestly, is it about them? For that energy to appear in your life, it's not about them. It's about you closing up cycles, you learning, we as a people learning to accept what is going on, because we ain't got no choice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying let somebody do something to you, whatever it may be, but as you being separate from the flesh, from the body, from this and that, it's like unless it's a spiritual attack, then that's the next level. Your physical attack is the first, and your spiritual level is the second level. So us as spirits need to understand, why did I go through that? Why did I attract that person? Because there's still some purging in my flesh that needs to be done. This is why they say that we have to deny the flesh, and we have to lean not to our own understanding by every word of God. And why they say that is because we are God, and we had to learn in instances that, okay, this happened to me, now let me bring this back up to a higher level in my crown chakra to try to decipher or try to, you know what I'm saying, fix what's going on or understand why it's going on, so I can stop attracting that. But in the bigger scope of things is that after you learn, you know, not to do whatever it may be, you got other people going through the same thing. And so while you're up there or in your crown chakra, you get on another level, which now you're being spiritually attacked by people or different levels. You get what I'm saying? So all this is a level, just like in a game. You conquer one level, okay, that's fine. You got them monsters or them situations where you have to maneuver through with the, you know, the climbing, the jumping, the dodging, all that type of stuff. Now you got the spiritual level to where now you are keen to the spiritual, to the physical attacks. Now it gets a deeper level while it's on physical, being affected with your mind. All of it's still the mind, but it's different levels of the mind. You get what I'm saying? And so as we explore these instances or tragedies, trials, tribulations, whatever it is that we have been through, did your spirit, did your mind internalize the things the way it was supposed to? If not, you come back again, and maybe it's worse, because it ain't that like any test. It's kind of opposite in the spirit realm, because I remember going to a college to get my GED, and I remember the first tests that I got in certain subjects, I did not pass them, so I was able to do the test again, and the test became easier, like I was dumb or something. And that's probably what it was. Like, okay, let's bring it down a notch, because this person is not getting it at the level that we give, so let's bring it down to a different type of grade or level, and I got it. Okay, so ain't no thing. So maybe I was or are a little bit lacking when it came to that subject, because it wasn't something that I was interested in. So I did not internalize it the way that I was supposed to before the test came. So that's just like in life, but it's the opposite. Every situation starts to get harder for us. That's how we know that we are flipped. That's how we know that we are coming this world, what they say, ASS backwards. You get what I'm saying? And so as we learn to stay out of the body so much and be in the mind, you get attacked spiritually in the mind, and you know what I'm saying, whatever it may be. What's after that? What's after that is the inner me of you learning to pivot on in that God-like energy. You get what I'm saying? Because you're still in this world while you're going through this. Nothing changes, you know what I'm saying, as of that point that you're in that crown chakra. And you have to learn how to maintain and stay in that crown chakra, sitting high and looking low. So it's levels to this. Now you have to learn how to build maintain some type of serenity as to keep that mindset. Meaning in that you got plenty of people down here in this body, in the flesh. You go to the next level, it's very few people, but it's a lot less than in this body, and that's in the spirit realm. Then you go to the crown, it's a lot less there. You get what I'm saying? So we go through these levels that we get to when we make it to. And what we do when we in that crown chakra, we give support in the spiritual realm so that these people make it to this level, these people make it to the level that you are. I don't know how it goes, but I know that from the heart chakra, the throat chakra, and the crown chakra, them three levels right there that I'm familiar with. I don't know if there's levels in between the levels that I'm talking about. But I know that we are fighting against the wrong enemy. We are not the ones that created this. We are not the ones who set down these rules. We are not the ones to put limitations on each other. We are not the ones that created hate. We're not the ones that want to see each other down. We basically, it's some of us do it, not all, in a defense of, I don't want enough to be taken from me. I don't want to go through any pain and suffering. I don't want to feel like, you know, I am less than, or whatever we do while we do the things that we do. Why I say this is because I can be with certain people when you get to know them, or when you connect with them. I'm the type of person that I'm a all person. So I don't I don't judge people. I give them benefit of the doubt, regardless of what people say about them, or even sometimes how I feel, until I know for sure. Because my feelings are just beliefs. Me knowing for sure is me drawing the line and having those boundaries. But I don't know, and I don't want to judge anybody wrong. And so therefore, I give you benefit of the doubt. If you mess up that benefit of the doubt and I put you in my crown chakra, it's over with. Because now I understand that you was a lesson for me and whatever. And then I'm starting to understand that everybody is a lesson. It all depends on what level that you project out, what you know, the inner me that you project out of you that draws that person in. You get what I'm saying? So if I am now my crown chakra, yes, I am or have been getting relationships that help me, support me, and keep me up there. That's what we do for each other when we're in the crown. We agree. You know what I'm saying? That there is no disagree. You know what I'm saying? So we agree that this is what it is. Black and white. I am. You know what I'm saying? This is where we have fought so hard to get through all these levels and everything. And we have made it. Now it's time to support each other. You get what I'm saying? And understand that even on the level that we are, there's still differences. There's still a vision or projection. I don't know. Difference of visions, or you get what I'm saying, of how somebody sees things. So we have to accept that as well. And when you get up there to the crown chakra, you understand then that every person is a piece, and they come in and they bring their piece, and it's still the same thing that you're talking about, but because of the levels that they had to go through, they may word it different. They may have not learned how to bring it up to a level that is like all intellectual and stuff like that. But you, as that crown, you have these abilities that merge. You should be able to feel, you know what I'm saying, that they on the right alignment. They wouldn't have made it there if they wasn't. So there's still maybe some type of entanglement, but at the same time, we're fighting together, not separately. So these people right here who are fighting against those people who are in the spiritual, it's not really them, it is their spirit. It is their soul contract that comes to help you to understand who you are, as well as whatever level that's in between that lower level and something else of beginning that's keeping them down. You know what I'm saying? So we all one to another help each other. You get what I'm saying? These people in the spiritual realm are watching and preserving those that the people that are in the throat chakra are now speaking up and speaking who they are and different things like that. You know, the ones that's down here in the heart chakra type energy or whatever it may be, or maybe even lower chakras, the you know what I'm talking about, the lower ones or whatever. I ain't been in them in so long to where I but anyway, what is them chakras, y'all? They ain't hitting my head right now, okay? But I just know that it's levels to this. And as we come into one with the world doing what it does, because it is ordained and divine as well, what is happening, we have to always keep in mind that, you know, as we start to realize who the enemy really is. And the enemy is, I'm telling you, no matter who this person is that's running this side of the world, this person in your life that's afflicting this part in your life, whatever it may be, it's all going to boil down to one. And the one is you. The one is you. And you're going to have to learn that it's not about what somebody does, it's the reaction that you should have afterwards. What was your response? That's what's recorded in time. It's already contracted what's going to happen, but it's going to be recorded forever and eternity the response you have from it. Okay, so I don't know who need to hear this or whatever it may be, but I'm always up for letting spirit guides channel through me so that I can word it in the way I word it to help somebody understand. I don't even know if somebody will understand this. I really don't even know. Or align with this. Not that you don't understand it. It's just like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But I know that the enemy that's in us is contracted to, afflict somebody else. If we have not healed that part of us, it will be used. Everything is used. You get what I'm saying? No matter what angle in life that you are in, that angle is going to be used to help somebody else, whether it's negative or positive. And so, I just want to get on here and speak about that. I don't know who will help or whatever it may be. But I know that I'm getting a video by Michael Jackson, Remember the Time. And I'm seeing the king and the queen and how they were silent and didn't speak throughout the movie. So it was more of like ancient gifts and abilities that they had that was telling a story with less words. The only person who spoke was maybe Magic Johnson and Michael himself. And they've given me the king and the queen. The queen and king were fair people. But at a certain point, even though they ruled and they was just, they needed entertainment. They wanted something to spark the heart. They wanted something to open up the heart. The king probably didn't, but the queen did. He was there to serve the queen. So the queen, it let me know that when Mike came in, that let me know in the way that he was telling her, do you remember the times? Do you remember a time when we were more stable in our minds and our hearts, or I'm hearing majestic, okay? Because I remember the magician being there, okay? We were magical. The way that they looked at the magician was like, I don't know, was a magician? Yeah, it was a magician, right? I can't remember if he did magic or not. I can't remember. But I know it was a musician. I know it was a magician. And it was like, it was bringing ancient times, but the things that they were doing was things that we are doing now. That's what I'm saying. So these magic and different types of abilities always been around. And how she was looking for something more that the king could not provide. And so that's the reason why he was chasing Michael around, because how dare you come in and show my wife, my queen, something different. That the feminine energy is looking for something that makes her floored. You get what I'm saying? And so to me, the video, if y'all watch the video, y'all can find a lot of things in the video that Mike is saying, you know what I'm saying, that makes sense to this time now, of endearment. Something about endearment. It's something about her remembering, the queen remembering love, remembering maybe before that energy of Mike came up, she was just ruling as a queen, but there was no substance there was no love, it was just black and white. And so it's showing us that we need to wake up, and that feminine energy needs to wake up and get back into this love frequency, that actually seek this love. And it seemed like throughout the video, Mike and his love was unattainable for her, because she was chasing him. But she knew what rooms to look for him in. And that was the thing. The king could not find him, but she knew what rooms to look for him in. I don't know. That's the way I've seen it. But it was like the king was trying to get him so he can kill him. Unalive him. But the queen was trying to find him so she can love him. So that goes to shows the personality of masculine energy versus feminine energy. Now, she knows that she's with this king, and that's her king, and that's her man, her husband, whatever it may be. But there's a certain part that needs to wake up within the feminine energy, and that's love. And that's what in us that all need to wake up. Okay? The kingdom of heaven cannot be the kingdom come down until we merge into that loving energy, into that loving abyss type energy, one to another, forgiving as soon as the offense happened, to forgive. You get what I'm saying? Why? Is because it's light as a feather when you forgive. You get what I'm saying? And you know, you don't forgive people that have them around you to do it again. You learn the lesson as well. So you forgive them, that unleashes them, and also too, the knowledge and wisdom you get from a situation unleashes you. So I don't know what that, you know, why they had me bring up that movie. I mean that video, but it makes so much sense to that feminine energy looking for something outside of life itself. The regular go around, whatever it may be in life, and her seeking something that wakes her heart up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we all are doing. We're searching for a love, but love has a negative and a positive. Polarity plays in every situation. We just got, as a people, need to learn where love is an energy. What's the best energy to have that love in? Okay, it's only one love. It's only one. Either we loving negative stuff or we loving positive stuff. Okay? But the one is when you turn that love into self and love self. Then that negative love and that positive love becomes absolute or whatever it may be. I don't know why I just said that word. But you bring it and you internalize it, and you're able to see both sides of the spectrum, or both sides of the situation, and merge them as one. Say, I know why this is happening because I pull back with the negative, and I know why this is happening because I gave to the positive. So us waking up and searching for a love that only God, that inner God, can provide us, is a starting point from us understanding who the enemy is. So anybody who will come to afflict that love you have for self is the enemy. It's not your brothers and sisters. It's not your neighbors. It's not this and that, because we're all searching and seeking the same solace. It's just that simple. And so I'm going to end this, y'all. I thank you guys for viewing this video. I hope that it helps someone, you know what I'm saying, because what we're going through right now is the details of things to get where we're going to go. You know, I know that we need to talk about the ending plan, but there's a lot of us in the middle that need the details, you know what I'm saying, just to be in the videos called Remember the Time. So it's like remembering who's your first love. Like when you first fell in love with God, you remember that feeling? Do you remember that? I mean, if you went deep in it and you are someone who has a soul and you are someone who can touch and agree, then you remember when you first fell in love with God to get you to this point to even being in this God frequency. Okay, you remember? Okay, you cried till your eyes were puffy. You foamed at the mouth if you was a Christian. You purged out the things of this world or whatever it may be, however that was used on us or in us or whatever we did according to that energy. But it was like you had this feeling of, no, I'm not alone. Yes, someone has my back. Yes, it's powerful. Yes, I could do anything but fail. Yes, you know what I'm saying? With this energy, I am everything and I am nothing. You get what I'm saying? So it was kind of like you had an escape route then, and that's what the Bible was talking about. Like Jesus said that I will leave, but I will leave a comforter. That's the comforter. The comforter is who? Mama. Mama is the comforter. Mama. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm telling you, if any one of y'all want to really get some deep energy up out of you in person, deep energy, talk to mama. Talk to mama. I don't care if you're masculine or feminine out there. You know, empress, emperor, hierophant, high priestess, whoever you are, talk to mama. Because it looks like we still need the guidance. We still need correction. We still need the knowledge and wisdom. Only mama can provide that in the time that we're going in now. We didn't play it out, the masculine energy. We didn't played it out. And so therefore now we're called to a higher realm, which is the mother. And then that's the beginning. Coming at 360, coming down, dropping down, going through the path, coming back up to who? Mama. The person who dropped you down here, the energy that dropped you down here, or that you was released from because you didn't agree with mama, or something about that energy with the mother energy, with the maternal energy, with the black Madonna, with the energy of matriarch, the energy of love, compassion, whatever it is that the mother energy provides. We left it. We did it because we still, as above, so below, still making choices. And so as we walk our path and we go through the things and we understand that we need to come back up and connect back with mother. Okay? So, you know, yeah, I just wanted to say that, y'all. I don't know why I'm getting this saying. I don't know. It was a comedy. So don't nobody want to go over their daddy house. And I don't know. We've been in daddy house. We've been in daddy house. We didn't live with daddy. We didn't been accustomed to daddy's rules. We have been limited because of daddy. We have been all of this type of stuff. Now it's back to come back to mother. You know what I'm saying? Where mother lets you learn your lessons. Mother lets you, and that's what she's doing. She allowed you to drop, learn your lessons freely while she sit back and watch. She intervenes. Yes, she do. She intervenes because that's what a mother does. You know what I'm saying? But it's not in a way that changes your direction. You create your own path, and therefore you have to walk your own path. And the thing, totality, is you come back to mother. Period. All right, so I'm finna end this. I thank you guys for supporting. I thank you guys for watching my videos, whatever it may be. If this connect with you, leave a comment down there and talk to me about it. If not, like and subscribe, and you know, I'm finna do a reading for y'all. I just wanted to say that, whatever it may be, okay? Just think about that when somebody does something to you. Remind them, we're not enemies. We're not enemies. Look at them like, that's not my enemy. That's just somebody who has gone through some things that I haven't been through, or that I heal from, or that's their lessons. But you know what I'm saying? This is why also too, you must use your intuition when it comes to we are learning, okay, to use our intuition when it comes to using our discernment of who we should let our energy, who don't. We have to learn that, and you only can learn that by letting the wrong ones in. So it's still all good, right? And I love you guys, and till next time, Ashe.